Welcome. It's your girl V from Drinking Tea with V, and today you are now locked into the best place to be on a Sunday, on a fun day. Oh yeah. Whoop, whoop. And if today is your first time tuning into Drinking Tea with V and you want to know what it's all about, it's basically your Sunday slumber party with a business / entrepreneurial flair. Today is a Quickie series, and we're gonna have the Quickie series combined with some girl talk. I'm building back up to my episodes because today I'm like, you know what? I want to round off this Women's Month with some girl talk. We need to get in some girl talk because I got a lot to say, and I'm still gonna keep it short. But I got a lot to say. Okay, and you probably see from the title of this video that we're gonna be talking about the fact that female or women empowerment is the same as Black Lives Matter. And if you want to know what my take is on this, you'd have to stick around till the girl talk till the end of the show. But of course, with our Quickie series, we always want to focus in on the things that we are grateful for, right? But it always starts off with flavor of the day, because there's no drinking tea with you without actually drinking tea. So it's flavor of the day. And then we go into our tea and coffee, the things that zen us out and the things that get us all hyped and excited. And then we're gonna go over into the girl talk, and I'm gonna leave you with a quote to make you feel like you can take over the world. Yeah. So yes. It's all about positive vibes here. Okay, positive vibes. All right. And if I'm fixing my hair, fixing these doggone pillows. No, sorry, blessed. Y'all are blessed. Blessed and sparkly. So if you haven't noticed, your girl did a little beat today. I ain't coming all naked face and stuff like that. I felt the kind of way, you know. I felt like I needed to tap into that female extraness and bring you some of that sauce. But anyways, I can't make this too long, so let me get straight on into it. Before I get into it, share. If you want to share any kind of thing, anything that is positive, share positive vibes with somebody, share. Because listen, I don't want to be talking to myself. That's for crazy people. I love talking to people. I love talking to you. I switched over from doing the Facebook lives to here because I realized that you guys said, you know what, V, why are you not on YouTube as well? Some of us don't have Facebook, blah 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 blah. And also, most of you guys would look at it after the timing that I had. So I want to make sure that this still continues to be a back and forth kind of conversation. So make sure you comment below and share with all of the fantabulous people in your lives. Because if you are here, honey, you is fantabulous, okay? So if you're fantabulous, then you're connected to fantabulous people. And hey, why not have this Drinking Tea with V community be just stock full of fantabulous people, okay? And so, share with your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your friends, your colleagues, your... Some of y'all hating on me when I talk about your man husbands and your sister wives. But I got you right there when I say that though. All right. Am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? Anyways, so that is that. Share because don't be greedy. Don't keep it to yourself. All right. Now we're going on straight on into the flavor of the day. I already had it, and I don't want to mess up this situation that I have going on here. So I'm figuring out how to get my tea with me again. But yes, flavor of the day today is one of my favorite flavors. You've probably heard of it before, heard me talk about it before, but I'm having green tea with mint and chamomile. I feel like it's a nice fresh, kind of relaxing, but still warming, but still kind of like has a little pizzazz to it. So that combination, I really, really dig that combination. Is one of my favorite flavors of the day. Getting your antioxidants, get that whole zen mode in, just relaxing kind of vibes that is all about the Sunday fun day, yeah. And then it has that little touch of mint. It has a little touch of mint to just send it off right on into this, like, yes. So that is the flavor of the day. All right. So if you like yourself some, some relaxing kind of just zen mode with a little then this is definitely something for you. Okay, so enjoy. Comment below and let me know what your flavor of the day is. I want to know what's in your cup, because I likes to get me all adventurous and be like, ooh, I want to try some new stuff. So maybe you are having a tea that I haven't tried before. So please share in the comments below, right? And yeah. So besides sharing the video, you sharing your flavor of the day in the comments below. Share. It's all the love. It's all the love. anyways. So that was flavor of the day. My tea and coffee. If you want to know what tea and coffee is all about. It's not literally tea. It's not literally coffee, because some people think they're tea people and some people think they're coffee people. But in this case, you are both, honey boo, because tea is something that zens you out and gets you all like mama, and coffee is something that makes you get hype, something makes you excited, makes you want to party, Anyways, yes. So it makes you get all zen and makes you get all hyped and excited. I have to remember to look here, not there. So something that got me zened. It's one of those things again. It's coming back to the topic that I'm talking about as well. And so I went to a meeting. And in that meeting, you have to give your name and also like what your background is, blah 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 blah. So when going into that meeting, they didn't really correlate all of the names to who did what, blah 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 blah. But then anyways, at the end of the meeting, I was talking to one of these older white guys, and he was like, who was actually leading the meeting, and he was like, oh wait, so you are the one that was in logistics and category management, blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, and also did consulting, da, da, da. I'm like, is your girl? And he was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, you seem surprised. And he was like, yeah, actually I am, but it's a good thing. I'm proud of you. I'm like, well, thank you. I feel like, is this one of those situations where it's like, are you giving me a compliment, or was that actually a slap in the face? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take it as a compliment. And he was like, oh wow, good. Out of all of these people, you were the. I'm like, yeah, because I was there with like a whole bunch of truck drivers, and it was a lot of people in the service industry and food and beverage and da 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 da. And I was like, okay, so why did I have to be in Horeca versus, product management? And but it's neither here nor there. So that's why I'm coming back. I'm coming back to this point. I'm coming. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I stay. I'm coming back to this point. But anywho, not to get too off track. The coffee. My coffee for this week is actually just doing the work. I'm serious. I'm so excited about this event. Being in the trenches, doing the work. I'm doing a lot of it myself still at the moment. I'm getting people on board, and I'm so grateful and I am so thankful for those people who are offering their time, their energy to be like, you know what, V, we are excited as you are about this event, and I got you. So I can't say necessarily it's only me, but I'm pushing a lot of the work right now, and that is exciting to me. I like the process. I like the process from having an idea to going through the whole creation step by step by step by step to the execution. So it's that has me all hyped and excited. So that is my coffee. What is your tea and coffee? Make sure that you mention that below as well, because I want to get all hype and excited with you and be like, oh, zen mood. But anyways, go straight on into the girl talk as well. So this video don't be too long. We're already at 10 minutes. Yeah. So yes, yes. Female empowerment, women empowerment is the same as Black Lives Matter. The reason why I want to end this particularly right now, I felt like I didn't want to leave it to another episode. I really want to address this right now in this, is because it boils down to the same thing. With Black Lives Matter, the fact that we have Black Lives Matter is because it's being overlooked. It's being overlooked. We have people who have white privilege don't always realize how much privilege they have, and they don't see the world from our aspect, right? And so because we are calling attention to it means to say that we have come a long way. Yes, we have come a long way, but we are not there yet. And I feel like in a lot of cases people are like, oh, we don't really have racism right now, this is 2019, come on. I'm like, what? Excuse me, can we please not negate the elephant in the room that is still there? Because it's one thing to have something, but it's one thing to just act like if it's not there. Because when you acknowledge something, then you can deal with it. If you don't acknowledge it, then it stays like a slimy snake under, just trying to attack everything. Okay, so I am all about dealing with issues head forward, and I feel like with the whole women empowerment, the fact that we still have to talk about women empowerment is okay, is a sign that it is still a thing till up to today. Okay, there was an article in CNBC, and that stated that right before, it was at the end of February, by the way, this year. And that article stated that, you know what, if you want to, ladies, if you want to be in the top 1%, then guess what, marry a rich guy. I was like, I listened to it, I was like, okay, cool. Let me hear what your perspectives are. And listen, numbers don't lie. Women in the top 1% is 4.5% of women are in the top 1%. Which has, that means to say, like, the rest 95.5% is men. And this is besides the fact that in 1988, comparing to now, 2000, this is actually data from 2015, right? That we are now in colleges, the men and women graduating with higher degrees is, even in law, in medicine, in this, in that, is 50-50. And then still at the top 1%, you still have that inequality. And even if you look at the salaries within the higher earning, but not necessarily the 1%, but the higher earning paid jobs, women are paid 60% less. That is a problem for doing the same job. I mean, we looked at Oprah back in the days and talked and was like, oh, she earned $22,000 dollars a year, and her male counterpart earned $30,000 a year. That gap isn't closed yet, honey boo boos. That gap isn't closed yet. And the fact that some people want to talk about, oh yeah, women, oh, we equal, this, that. Yes, we've come a long way, but we still have a long ways to go. Because if I, as just being born a woman, right, and on top of that, a black woman, this is like a a deck on deck on deck kind of situation. If I am going to be paid that much less to my male counterparts, and I've seen this already in my career, that people are being pulled forward. I'm like, we have the same education. I haven't actually a higher education than him, and if we look at credentials, I have more credentials than him, and yet that person was pulled forward. I was like, okay, okay, you know what, have your way. Have your way. It's all good. And that's why I'm so adamant about talking about these things and looking at ways in which we could break this crazy cycle. It's absurd. I don't know how you think, but I think it's absolutely absurd. But the fact is, this is the data and we got to do something about it. So even though we are having higher degrees, even though we have come a long way within the journey of gender equality, we are not there yet. And so I wanna urge you, as men and women who are now also graduating in higher levels of education, when you get into positions to be able to make decisions, also don't don't feel any kind of way. I'm not saying to just pull anybody forward, but give opportunities to women as well. Look and pay attention to your own biases, because even amongst women, I've also realized that they're like, when it comes to leadership positions, when it comes to managerial positions, when it comes to CEO, CFO positions, they're always like, oh yeah. Even the women are like, yeah, should have better been a man. When it's a woman, I'm like, excuse me, sorry, what? why would I would think that you would celebrate the woman being in that position and be like, you know what the struggle is, and still this is the way you talk, this is the way you act, right? I'm passionate about it. And I've also been following the whole thing going on with Monique and the Netflix thing. I was kind of like iffy about the position and how Monique acted. I don't support everything she did. I understand the situation, but when somebody gets pushed and feels like they're between a rock and a hard place for so long, I didn't realize that I didn't double check this data, by the way, but I've heard then um, that this has been going on for 3 years, and then after 3 years, she was like, no, I have to break the silence about this. You can tell me a person like Monique, who has had a track record, a long track record of shows, of comedy shows. She's in the queens of comedies as well, comparing to somebody like her male counterpart, which would be like a Steve Harvey, which both of them are on the same playing field. Um, and he's like, okay, yeah, secure the bag, secure the bag, secure the bag. But if you look at the salaries being paid out in Hollywood, that that $500,000 that they wanted to pay Monique for 2 series, allegedly they wanted to pay her $500,000 for 2 series. Come on, that is something that that's it. Those are numbers that they pay like up and coming newer people. So the fact that she has already had a track record of so much stuff, and then a Chelsea Handler who she paved way for, white woman, still she I mean, she's done good stuff. I'm not going cut down or belittle anybody. Chelsea Handler has done awesome stuff, and yes, she has more now. Currently, has more of a following than Monique, because most of the older heads, they are now coming into social media, but that does not negate the work that they have put in from since when, though. You wanna pay her 12 million and then wanna offer Monique a $500,000 for allegedly two seasons? You got to be kidding me. People, I want to urge you to see how in your life you are biased in any which way, and I want you, when you are also in these key decision making places, that you don't forget your sisters. you don't forget women on the whole, and you also don't forget black women. Okay, uh, it's y'all know I'm ambitious, and y'all know my stance, and I I go big or I go home. Um, and listening to this, sometimes it can become very discouraging, but I don't want this to come across as discouraging. I want this to get into you, to also activate you to do whatever you can. And actually, the top 1% doesn't really earn. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't negate the fact that it's, a good chunk of money. But in the totality of things, you're like, what? If that is just basically like less than half a mil, so it's 4,800. That was the data from 2015. It was 480,000, blah 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 blah. So less than a half a mil dollars per year. I'm like, you know what, ladies and gents, we can do this. I am pro melanin. Doesn't mean to say that I'm anti-white. Just know that I also would like to see everybody win. And when so much of us are not winning, all of us are not winning. So when so many women, no matter color or creed, are not winning, it is a problem. It is a problem. And then when you boil that down to women of color, black women, however you want to put it, black women, women women in minorities, okay, because then you have the brown, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't, non-white, non-whites. If you want to look at that on top of the whole male domineering thing, and then within the women, you still have that of women of non-white descent, then we need to really start looking at things and start making changes. So make changes wherever you can, and inspire and also uplift people along the way. Don't, like, again, it's repetition, but it's the truth. It's the repetition, but it's the truth, because the crab in the bucket syndrome is real, and we don't keep talking about it because just to keep repeating things, but it is evident in so many different things, and I'm glad for all of us who are uniting, and I am happy for and applaud, literally applaud, those who are doing their best and who are doing their thing. But we've come a long way, but we still got a long way to go. And to keep inspiring you, to make sure that you know that you can take over the world, I want to end with this quote, and I posted it on my social media as well, and it got me to think, and I was like, this is so true. This is so true. And a lot of you have seen me grow exponentially over the past years, and this has been the fundamental thing that switched, that changed in me. That and the quote is, right, the quote is, a lot of people out there are less qualified than you and doing the things that you want to do just because they believe in themselves. So that belief in yourself, that is where it starts with. The belief in yourself, and then continue into also, because you believe in yourself, you know what your value is, so you know that you are not going to sell yourself for peanuts. Of course you got to do what you got to do. Trust me, I do what I got to do to also put food on the table, and I am not snooty nose and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, do what you gotta do, but make sure even in those situations, you do not ever, ever, ever forget your value, and see it as a temporary thing, and do what you need to do to get where you need to get. All right, so y'all, this is it. Be fabulous, stay fit, and have a fantabulous week. You got this, we got this. Let's continue to move forward and take action, right? Yes. So yes, high five. All right, we got this. Team got this. Anyways, you guys, be fabulous to fit. See you next week. Same time, same place. Mwah. Deuces. Bye.